Update vlog. It feels like it's been a while since I've actually done or really recorded anything, actually. Yeah, and the funny thing is that I got plenty of stuff on backlog on my hard drive. I just haven't had a chance to upload everything. So some updates. Got my laptop all set up. Got my my brand new hard drive. Got my brand new capture device. Got my brand new editor. Everything has been uploaded and installed onto the laptop, so I can start using that for my recordings and editing and everything. Because what's happened was a while ago I've been having problems with my computer. I mean, it still works and everything, and I can still use capture device, I can still use my editor, but I can't save any of my editing projects. So if it was something that felt like it was going to take me a few days and I want to try and save it, I couldn't. I mean, it would let me, but if I tried to click on said project, it would say, can't find any of the stuff that you're looking for, even though all the footage is still there and everything. So basically what that would mean was that every time if I wanted to edit something, a multi-edit project, like a review or anything like that, I had to get it done in the same night. So, and oh, and over the last week and a half, I have been sick. Just a cold, but there have been nights it's been pretty damn rough. Like, for example, and I hate going into too much detail here, but you ever cough so hard that you activate your gag reflex? You know, and you just start choking, gagging. I've had 3 episodes so far. Many of them during times while I was relaxing. You know, kicking back in my chair and relaxing. And I cough so hard that I gag, and I throw up a little bit in the back of my mouth, which is always a super wonderful feeling. And then trying to get up in order to spit it out, because I don't want to have to swallow that. And then, because it sits in my mouth for so long, you know, because I'm kind of sensitive that way, further activates my gag reflex, and then I start throwing up. And that happened twice in a matter of 2 days, where one night it happened, and then it happened in like the middle of the day at one point. And I mean, I've been okay, you know, I've been able to, you know, have a normal appetite and eat food, and even been able to go to work. So, and then, just the other night, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, coughing so hard that I'm gagging, that I go into the bathroom and I just start throwing up violently. And then afterward, for the next hour or so, I'm just trying to shut my brain up and trying to feel and get comfortable enough so that I can fall asleep. You know, and at the same time, every time I swallow, it just burns, and I'm still tasting the vomit, no matter how much I try to brush my teeth or even, you know, just to get the taste out of my mouth. And, these last few days have been, not too morally great. I mean, you know, like nothing big or anything like that, but, and I'm not sure how personal I should get with this, but, I mean, my grandmother, she's been sick over the last week. She caught my cold, or she caught somebody in the family's cold, because it's been going around. And, well, the other day, she went in to just go get a checkup with my mom, and, well, doctor didn't like how some of her readings were coming out, and they thought it'd be best if they admit her into the hospital. And, well, she's been there overnight, so that was a tad scary for when, you know, she says she's just going in for a checkup, and then I get a call from my sister telling me that I don't know what's going on, but Grandma's just been admitted into the hospital. I mean, she's okay, but the doctor said that they didn't like some of what they were seeing, so they thought it'd be best if they admit her overnight. And she's on an antibiotic, and she's fine, grumpy as ever, because she doesn't want to be in a hospital. You know, she wants to be at home. But yeah, so that's a tad scary. So yeah, and you know, and what kind of sucks is that you know, morally for me anyway, is that I've wanted to work on some projects, but I haven't been feeling well enough, and at the same time, I don't want to try and do voiceover or really anything like that when my voice just sounds like garbage, and then every couple of minutes I'm coughing my head off. So I've just been thinking and saying to myself, oh, well, I'll just wait, you know, until I'm, you know, over this shit, so I can go back to recording, because I already have a couple of projects in mind that I want to do. I want to do a review comparison of Mario 64 versus, you know, the DS re-release remake that they did. You know, because I got into wanting to play that, and, you know, and started replaying the N64 version, and, you know, and had a lot of thoughts on that I wanted to go into. But now I can't, because I just feel like shit, and I have the footage all shot. I just gotta start writing a script and then do that, but but yeah. Yeah, just weird. Well, not really weird, but just kind of shitty. Certainly a shitty way to start off the new year. You know, been sick, and now my grandmother's in the hospital. I suppose it, you know, could be worse, but I mean, you know, at the same time, I mean, it's my grandmother, you know, and she's, you know, basically my roommate. You know, I mean, for those of you who don't know, you know, I live with my grandmother. You know, like every so often, you know, when I'm doing a video, whether it's a Let's Play, well, normally when it's a Let's Play, or the occasional podcast, where she used to knock on my door and pop in and ask me something, tell me good night, and whenever there was an awkward edit or anything like that, that's because I was cutting it out. And she did actually make an appearance in one video of mine. She made an appearance in my review, in my indie zombie review of what was the name of that game? It was a indie horror game, kind of based off of the Five Nights at Freddy's game. I can't remember the name of it. It was made by the same guy who made like 3 other copycat games of it, and that was the one game that I actually really liked. So. But yeah, and she made an appearance in that, and yeah, and I thought it was cute. Yeah, you know, it just sucks, you know, because, I mean, you know, while I've had, you know, some minor, I'll say, difficulties with my grandmother, you know, because she's, you know, gotten old, and with that, she's also gotten a tad paranoid at night and such things, and, you know, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail, but while it's been minorly difficult, you know, at the same time, like, I'm trying to do my best in order to, you know, be a good grandson and be a good roommate. Not the best at times, because, I mean, I am incredibly antisocial, and after a long day of work, all I want is to just be alone. And, you know, I mean, that's not obviously the best attitude, especially when you have somebody who is, much like themselves, cut off and alone, doesn't want to be alone, doesn't like being alone, but when I'm home, you know, it makes her actually feel safe, despite the fact that I'm just here in my room all the time. But, you know, because I'm here, that somehow makes her feel safe. No. Anyway. Hopefully things improve. I mean, they said she's okay, so hopefully here in a day or so she can come home. And hopefully by, I don't know, this weekend or so, I'll be over this shit and things can go back to normal. It was kind of funny. I was thinking about trying to upload something, but then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. I would have to, you know, turn on my laptop and then try and hop onto YouTube on my laptop and try and log into my account that way to upload. Because I don't really trust my main computer because it's just riddled with shit right now. I mean, still works, but yeah. That, and I want to wait for my my mouse for my laptop to show up because I hate using a touchpad. Anyway, see you guys. Take care of yourselves.